Let's talk some Vanderbilt, specifically on the offensive side of things. I have a take on Vanderbilt. Might be harsh. I believe it. I believe two things about this Vanderbilt football team offensively. I believe on paper they are an absolute fraud. I believe that on paper. I also believe on the football field they are good. Good football team. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you have to know what they look like on paper to get to that equation. And I'll tell you, currently, they're ranked 7th in the country in scoring offense at 43.2 points per game. I believe that to be fraudulent. I believe that to be rolled up against Charleston Southern and Utah State. I believe that to be rolled up on a Virginia Tech team that fired its coach 8 minutes into the season. I believe it to be against a South Carolina team that played without Lenore Sellers for the majority of that game. And you go, well, he plays quarterback. We're talking about their offense. Did you see South Carolina? They can't do anything without Lenore Sellers. 43.2 points per game, fraudulent for Vanderbilt. They are first in the nation in yards per carry running the football. 6.5 yards per carry. I think that is fraudulent. They're 19th in the country in total offense. 5th in the nation in yards per play. 7.5 yards per play. I think that's fraudulent. A lot of the things that they've rolled up, I believe to be grossly exaggerated in the numbers because their schedule for a Southeastern Conference team halfway through October has been pathetic. Awful. Now, that said, and it sounds like, he thinks Vanderbilt's terrible. I do not. I think Vanderbilt's pretty good. I was very impressed with Vanderbilt going to Tuscaloosa and, for my money, playing toe-to-toe with the Tide. Like, you move the ball, you hit a big play for a touchdown, you got down in the red zone, now you turn it over twice in the red zone, but you were in that game, and now you look at the scoreboard, and Bama scores a touchdown with 17 seconds to go, and it looks like he got run off the field. They didn't get run off the field that day. And I think they're good on offense. I think Tim Beck has done a phenomenal job offensively. I think that Vanderbilt has such a clear identity that they are playing to, and their execution of that has been wonderful. And that's LSU's challenge in this game. I don't go into this going, this team leads the nation in yards per carry. Is this Eddie Lacy behind the 2012 Alabama offensive line? It is not. This team is 5th in the nation in yards per play. Is this Steve Spurrier's fun and gun in the 90s? It is not. All of those national rankings are trash because their schedule is trash. Their offensive identity, not trash, and it's really good. Let me tell you what it is. This is a team that does a good job in time of possession. They're 46th in the country. Now, that's not going to catch your eye, but they control the ball about 31 minutes per game. But in being a top 50 team in time of possession, in terms of plays run, they are 118th in the nation in plays run. Top 50 in the country, time of possession, bottom 20 in the country in plays run. What does that tell you? They're going slow. They want to run the ball. They hand the ball off a lot. And when they hand it off, they're trying to get 3 or 4 yards. Stop. 3 or 4 more yards. Now where are we? We're in 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, we can handle. Guess what? 2nd in the nation in third down efficiency rate, 58%. 2nd in the nation. We run the ball. We get 3 yards. We get 4 yards. It's 3rd and 2. We convert that. We drive the ball down the field. We control the clock. We get in the red zone. What do? We run the ball. We get 4 yards. We get 6 yards. We get down there inside the 5. We run the ball. And their red zone touchdown percentage, 6th in the nation, 81%. This is what they want to do. They want to bleed the clock, run this option offense, pick up a few yards here, pick up a few yards there, bleed the clock, and grind you to a pace. And this is a winning formula for Vanderbilt because most Saturdays, they're going to go out there in the Southeastern Conference, and they're not going to have the NFL dudes that the other team has. They're not. So running fewer plays with our lack of NFL dudes and your NFL dudes, better for us. Because the more times you rep that, the greater chance you have to fall behind. And they're not going to do that. They're going to stay in front of the chains and run the ball. And when they do throw it, they're effective with it because it's very controlled. They're not looking to hit deep shots. It's controlled. That's why they're 18th in the country in completion percentage. They're right at just a tick under 70%. They don't hit big plays. They're 52nd in 20-yard passes, 46th in 10-yard runs, 36th in 20-plus yard plays. And you would say, well, that's not terrible. And it's not terrible at all. But what I tell you about the schedule, a lot of Utah State, a lot of Charleston Southern, a lot of Virginia Tech, and they're doing what they want to do. They're running the ball for a lot of yards per carry. They're controlling the clock. They're running few plays. They're great on third down. They're great in the red zone. They're not hitting big plays. They lead the country in yards per carry rushing, and they're 46th in the country in 10-plus yard runs. They don't run for 10 yards. They run for 4 yards, but they always run for 4 yards. And they did this to an extent against Alabama. We heard from Andrew Allegretta in the previous hour, their play-by-play voice, and he's like, they didn't do it enough. Got into too many 3rd and 9s. And if you get into 3rd and 9, Vanderbilt's leading receiver this year is Eli Stowers at tight end. Now, he's a great tight end. This is a matchup of probably the 2 best tight ends in the Southeastern Conference. And Stowers is very good at tight end, but he leads. They don't have a guy on the outside making plays. They don't have Jordan Matthews out there who took the SEC record in receptions and went on to a great NFL career. He's actually with Vanderbilt now coaching. But they don't have a great wide receiver. And you put Mansour Delane out there and P.J. Woodland out there and DJ Pickett out there and A.J. Halsey covering. Like, Vanderbilt's going to struggle on 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9. That's not in the bag of tricks. But they want to get in the pistol and run some option concepts and throw some shovel passes and let Pavia run for 4 and then hand it off. And they just want to go slow. And for LSU, who did a great job against this team last year, Vanderbilt hit a big play first quarter for a touchdown, and then after that, didn't really move the ball in Blake Baker's defense at all. So LSU's seen this. They prepped for it. It's the same offensive coordinator and quarterback as last year. They saw it last year. They prepped for it. They did a good job. Vanderbilt's better on the offensive line than they were last year. LSU's better all over the field on defense than they were last year. So they've seen this, but you've got to be prepared to play at their pace. This is the exact opposite of Ole Miss. Ole Miss wants to hit big plays. They want to go fast. They want to get you out of position. 70-yard touchdown. Go quick. No long drives. Vanderbilt wants they want 5-minute drives. They want 13, 15-play drives. This is what you're getting into with this Vanderbilt team. I was surprised that they haven't gone for a lot of 4th downs. Now, they've blown teams out, and that was the same case with Ole Miss, and we still know that they're aggressive. But it's a team that is defined very clearly, and you have to be prepared to do it. Now, Whit Weeks is a game-time decision. We know that. Jamari Butler's a game-time decision. We know that. Bernard Gooden very likely not going to play. We know that. So you're compromised in the front 7. Relaford's out. You've got younger players. They're going to have to play some significant snaps in this game. But if LSU can keep Vanderbilt behind the chains and turn those 4 or 5-yard runs on first down into stops at the line of scrimmage, get a couple of tackles for loss, you all of a sudden can really upset the apple cart. This Vanderbilt team is 8th in the country in sacks allowed. They are 5th in the country in tackles for loss allowed. They only allow 3 a game. That's what they're best at. That's LSU's job on Saturday. Get back there, force a negative play. Some offenses are equipped to recover from that. Ty Simpson at Alabama, he's okay in 3rd and 10. He's fine with that. He'll do that. Lane Kiffin's got some stuff ready for you on 3rd and 10. Josh Heupel's got some stuff ready for you on 3rd and 10. This team does not. They don't. They need 3rd and 3. They need 3rd and 4. They'll work you there. They'll test your edge, make sure you're in position. They'll run an option pitch on you, run a shovel pass underneath. They hit Bama with 2 on the same drive, 1 for a touchdown. It was gorgeous design. It's a good team. It's a good offense. It's not great. It's not elite. The statistics say they're great, they're elite. That's trash. But what they do on the field, they're good at, and that's what you've got to stop if you're LSU. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.